We never ignore the grays because I've made so much money off the grays. Like, do not, that's a top tier tip. Do not ignore the grays because they will have money at some point. And the amount of people who come back eventually, even months later, who are ready to spend their whole paycheck on us is unbelievable, but also they want to be a part of the community that you're building. And I think a lot of other creators don't realize that there's a community to be built because it feels like you're so in your own world, in your own little like Cam bubble. But if you create a community and then those people start getting in the room and are like, oh, hey, my dude. And then to us, they're like, oh my gosh, you guys, I love this hair versus that.
Turn the fuck up.
Take my money, I'll go broke right now.
Welcome to Cam Girl Diaries Podcast. I'm your host, Gary Gabagool, Pervert Pete, Filthy Frank, whatever you want to call me, doesn't matter. This is the podcast for, it's mainly for cam girls, it seems. Most of the audience is cam girls who are trying to, learn about the industry, and they love hearing everyone's stories. So here we are. If you guys want to become a YouTube member to support the show, you can become a YouTube member, get exclusive perks and all that good stuff, or Patreon, whichever. They all have the same shit. Links are in the description below. But today we have Key Party.
Woo, yes.
Yes, Asher and Acadia Gray.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for being here.
Glad to be here.
Absolutely. So first off, tell us about Key Party.
Oh, where to start?
Yes.
Well, Key Party is our music project together. Basically, we are professional DOMs, and we just started to make. We've already been in music. We worked in the music industry previously as songwriters professionally, and we met each other actually working in music. We met on Warped Tour. But this project is something that was totally different from anything we've done, where we kind of utilized all elements of inspiration from our work, from camming, from being DOMs, all different pieces of the puzzle came into play with this. And it's kind of turned into this very sex positive, kinky, really wild. Honestly, it's one of those where I'm like, you kind of have to see it to believe it.
All right, so now it makes sense because I'm looking at everything. I'm trying to like figure shit out because your music videos are fucking amazing.
Thanks.
I was fucking blown away by the production quality and everything you guys do. So now it makes sense that you guys are in the music industry because I was like, all right, they're DOMs and everything, but how are they this good? Did they hire people?
Yeah.
Like it must have cost a fucking fortune, but like you guys are, that's your background, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. I actually used to play in all kinds of different bands, metal bands, pop punk bands, and that's what I was in a pop punk band when we met. Mm-hmm. And you know how bands go, members come and go, and I decided to take my own path eventually and move to New York City to be with her, and the rest is history. We started DOMing together. She really introduced me to the experience, and now it's our everyday life, and all of that gets poured into Key Party, and so we kind of describe it as this BDSM fueled electro punk project.
Yeah, I fucking love it, man. It's awesome. Can we play a video?
Oh, sure.
Would that be okay? Like we won't get like copyright struck on YouTube or anything?
No,
Oh, okay.
Good. We give permission.
Yes, we give permission.
Oh yeah, that's right.
On our end.
Need permission. Fucking idiot. Oh, I'm so stupid. All right, yeah. Let's play this. It's fucking great.
Yeah, you want me cause you're weak, it's kinda funny. I'm just making zombies out of boys to take their money, baby. Drink the water, mommy's got you feeling fuzzy. Won't ya send to place me cause you need me? Worship my body. Worship my body. Worship my body. Lay it on me, I'm a loser, fucking lonely, maybe. I can't touch it if and only if you've told me, baby. Such a teaser, crush me underneath your blazer, dummy. Intoxicate me, vaporate me, I want your body. Turn the fuck up.
Take my money, I'll go broke right now. I need you, baby.
Worship Worship my body. Worship my body. I want your body. Worship my body. Yeah, you want me 'cause you're weak. It's kinda funny. I'm just making zombies out of boys to take their money, baby. Drink the water, mommy's got you feeling fussy. Won't you say to please me 'cause you need me? Worship my body.
Lay it on me, I'm a loser, fucking lonely, maybe I can touch it if and only if you told me, baby. Such a teaser, crush me underneath your pleaser, dummy. Intoxicate me, vaporate me, I want your body.
But yeah, that's just a little sample. You could, I forgot. You just, everyone go to, we'll put the link in description to your YouTube channel. You have a couple videos on there. Also your website. I love your fucking website. I'm going to show that.
Yeah,
I
please
really
do.
fucking,
We have another song dropping on March 6th, actually.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
coined it our pegging song. And so it's called Take It Like a Man. And we also have a pretty sick music video for that as well.
Yes, you can imagine.
yeah, Take It Like a Man, available March 6th. That would be this Friday if you're watching the show when the show drops. But yeah, fucking like all your fucking like everything you guys do, like it's fucking awesome, man.
Oh yeah.
The design of the website and everything, and your fucking pictures and everything's
It's-
fucking tight.
Yeah, it's taken time to get we've done other projects like we mentioned, and I think this one was just, there was so much vision behind it. Like, we know what is Key Party and what is not Key Party, so we'll jokingly see stuff that is totally irrelevant and be like, very Key Party or not very Key Party. You just know when it is Key Party or when it is not Key Party. So it's been really easy actually to brand it in that way, because we're very much I think we're locked in on this project.
Right. So then that's why everything's all tight and shit. Like, you guys
Mhm.
know what the fuck you're doing.
Funny
Yeah,
enough,
yeah.
when we came up with the concept, we did all of the brainstorming before we even wrote the first song. And Worship My Body, the one you just showed, is actually the first song we wrote for this project. And we were on the way back from a road trip and talking about all the crazy stories that we have experienced by working as pro doms and working as cam models. And we just sat there and said, Key Party's the perfect name.
Mhm.
And this is what it's going to look like. And this is what it's going to sound like. And we got home and we got to work, and lo and behold, here we are a whole year later after writing the first song, and it's happening.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. I love it. Like, so do you guys perform? Like, I think I saw that you guys perform at adult conventions or something.
Well,
Am I-
so we'll let you have a fun little surprise, because we haven't even announced this officially, but we just got the official with this. So we're actually going to be playing at DomCon LA. So we will be at DomCon. So if anybody's there, say hi. But yeah, we're pretty much, our goal is to be touring later on this year, and then we don't really have limits or parameters on where we're playing or what we're doing, but yeah, we kind of we're trying to get more into doing even more of those different adult expos and things. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, your music is perfect for the industry. It seems.
Oh, yeah.
It is fucking awesome.
It's for the girls and for the gooners.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Gooners.
Yeah, I mean, we're 35% gooners in the audience here, so that's always good. But I saw, so March 6th, Take It Like a Man drops. But I saw, are you going to March 13th? You're going to be in Austin, Texas.
Yes, we are.
All right.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You're playing there, right?
Oh yeah, we'll be playing at South by Southwest. We're doing two different, one showcase with this group called Vancerts, and it's a Van Fest. And then the other one is a secret tunnel rave being put on by Keep Austin Hard, which I found the name to be very fitting. But yeah, so it's gonna be a wild time at South by.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. I was thinking, because Austin, Texas, they got Kill Tony out there.
Oh.
I mean, you probably don't do comedy, but just like write a minute and throw your name in the bucket at Kill Tony because they're at the comedy mothership. And who knows, maybe you get on there on Kill Tony. They got fucking, they get millions of views every fucking Monday on their show. You fucking,
Let's go.
yeah, because he interviews people like, the people get up, they do a minute of, comedy. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. But then after he interviews people and shit, like I get if you guys, one of you was at least able to get up there and they do an interview, it would be that'd be like one of those classic interviews on there. It'd be fucking amazing. But it's just
We'll put it into the universe.
Yes.
Let's see if we can make it happen.
yeah, it doesn't even have to be good comedy because as long as they pick you out of the bucket, you're fucking golden, man.
Hey, we got funny stories.
Oh, do we have stories?
Yeah. So all right. So Asher, you were like your background is the music and everything, and then Katie, you're a pro dominatrix.
Yeah, I got started kind of young as a pro dom. I was like 19, I think, was when I originally started doing like training in real life as a pro dom. And then it wasn't until I was like 20, then I started to kind of switch over to the camming side of things. But everything, yeah, and then I've also worked in the music industry as a songwriter professionally as well. So it's always been kind of this like ebb and flow of, on again, off again. It's only in the last like year-ish that we've been going full time, no other gig but this project and like being pro doms. So in the past, it's kind of been this thing where I've been like, oh, a little here, a little there when I, for funsies. And then was like, what if I just did this all the way? Because we were both working tech jobs, like we were working corporate jobs. And I was like, what if I did this like all the way? And then kind of approached it with more of a business mindset and made a business plan and shit just popped. Like it was just like, and now this is making so much more money than it was making double our combined income at tech jobs. And so we were like, I think I can quit. And then by the next month, we were like, I think you can quit.
She was like, we're losing money. You need to leave.
You need to be here to help me.
That's fucking awesome. Holy shit. But yeah, so you guys came up with a plan and fucking executed it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we really, like we said, from a corporate background, we really did it like a business.
Mm-hmm.
We started from the ground up. We had a plan. We knew exactly how we were going to go about finding new submissives, about connecting with other cam girls. We've started doing more collaborations. Some have been announced, some have yet to be announced. And it really is growing at an exponential rate, faster than I think either one of us thought it would.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I feel like this is Shark Tank or some shit. Like you guys are like pros. This is fucking awesome.
I feel like within the cam space, it was like I've had like one of my profiles for a pretty long time. So we had built it up just like, cause I basically taught him how to dom and cam. And so we had an account that was kind of built up and then just started going on there. But we looked at the cam site as our marketing. So instead of looking at it as like, this is our income, that piece of the puzzle, this is the funnel. So we have everything else that we're funneling everybody else to go find, whether that is the music, whether that is like our other spicy sites or other places to talk to us or clips or whatever you name it. That is how we found to the best use. And we still make money camming. Like we still end up bringing home money, but it's just looking at it from a different perspective as opposed to being like, this is what it is and using it more as a marketing tactic.
And honestly, if you watch our cam shows, it's kind of like a podcast.
It's like this.
It's us hanging out. And if you want any more, then we direct you where to go and you can meet us there. And then we can dig deeper into those submissives' desires. And that's where we really foster that relationship.
Lagging. But yeah, so where do you camp?
We are, so mainly Chaturbate. I feel like Chaturbate has been that's been my foundational platform. That's where it all started, baby. And then we also do streams on Loyal Fans, and I only just recently Chaturbate family. And yeah, that's like our main. Loyal Fans is much more findom specific. Like that's where people are. That's what they eat up on that side of the internet.
A lot
Loyal
of financial
fans.
domination.
Yeah, it's much more of the financial domination, so the findom. So people, as opposed to like Chaturbate, where I feel like there's a lot of people who come on there and they, you can scroll through the pages and you could see anything at all ready to go. But on Loyal Fans, it's kind of this thing where the people that are on there, like the gooners, if you will, they're just, they're ready. They want the fetish specific kind of interaction. And a lot of it is driven by findom. So it's a lot of me sitting there, looking hot, looking cute, being like, I'm just like one little back and forth, and then just being like, thank you so much for being in my room. In order to stay and remain in the chat, you are required to send tribute or send a little tip. So please don't be disrespectful and send. And then they send, or they leave, or I kick them out. And it's a total dynamic.
So is Chaturbate where like, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, yeah, it's just kind of it's a process over time. There's like figuring out which site within the cam space is like for each thing. And I think a lot of people don't realize that it's not all the same. And like you can utilize different sites for different specific areas or niches within whatever you're doing. So yeah, that's been interesting.
Oh, that's great advice. Fuck yeah. Like is Chaturbate where you guys like you do, like you guys just sit there and like talk to people and everything?
Yeah. It's very, we are very real. Like we do a lot of domination there, but we also like just make friends that we continue to talk to day over day, week over week. And whether they have the money to spend on us at that time, we really try to treat it more like a podcast. So we can just show them who we are. Mm-hmm. They can build that trust, and when they're ready, they can go and drop that check, and we can make it a very personal experience because we've kind of gotten to know them.
Yeah. A lot of relationship building.
Yeah, that's fucking brilliant. Years ago, me and my wife used to, we'd watch Chaturbate and shit because like some of the shit was just like, what the fuck are they doing and everything? And there was a couple, and all they did was just like talk to people. And there was like, I don't know, the fucking like, I don't know how many. It was a lot of people, like fucking thousands and thousands of people. And they were just doing like what you just said, like just talking and shit. And I was like, oh shit, this is fucking awesome. They're just hanging out and, people are they're interacting with people and everything. But yeah, that's fucking brilliant. So you guys just hang out there, and that's where like you could point people in different directions, right? Mm-hmm. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. Yeah. So we'll do different things to get them engaged. So of course we have a tip menu, as everyone does, but our tip menu, you either like love it or you hate it from the Gooner side of the fans, because we don't have anything everything is non-nude. It is like PG-13 just based on what I'm talking about, but really it's like visually PG. And so there's things that are like very dom specific, so like small penis humiliation, or like a lot of people pay for me to like, flick them off, whatever. But on the other side, we also kind of use it to do like different incentives. So if we have a task that we're looking for them to achieve. So right now, we are trying to win Battle of the Bands to be on Vans Warped Tour. So for example, on my stream, I'll be like, thank you guys for being here. Please make sure you follow. Then go down into my like cute little links. And then the first task of the day is to go vote for us to play Battle of the Bands on Warped Tour, which then of course, some of them do it. Then that turns into, oh, you make music. So then you send them to the music videos. And then what I do is I say, if you like, comment, and subscribe across all of our channels, which I can verify on my phone, then you will get a free piece of spicy content. So, and that I give to them on the platform, on Chaturbate. So, and then it turns, some people get really into it. So then like, what can I do next? So then I just keep on giving them more tasks. So even if they're a gray, like somebody that has no money or tokens that's never tipped, we don't ignore the grays. A lot of girls have the gray filter to like turn them all off. We never ignore the grays because I've made so much money off the grays. Like, do not, that's a top tier tip. Do not ignore the grays because they will have money at some point. And the amount of people who come back eventually, even months later, who are ready to spend their whole paycheck on us is unbelievable, but also they want to be a part of the community that you're building. And I think a lot of other creators don't realize that there's a community to be built because it feels like you're so in your own world, in your own little like Cam bubble. But if you create a community and then those people start getting in the room and are like, oh, hey, my dude. And then to us, they're like, oh my gosh, you guys, I love this hair versus that. And then everybody's having this back and forth. And then for us within the music industry and trying to do music, when we go to tour, people will then be excited to come like see us in real life. And same with like different other conferences and things that we plan on doing.
Yeah, that's fucking brilliant. Like, because when I used to do YouTube, I did this character called Pervert Pete and everything, and someone coined the community Cockboy Nation, right? And that was like, and like we would always do, I do live streams, just hanging out, talking to people, and those were the like, those fucking hardcore fans is what like pushed everything. And yeah, I think you're totally right. Like, especially you don't think about that. Like, that's a YouTuber thing, like building a community. But yeah, I don't think a lot of people think about it like that in the camming world of building a community.
Yes.
That's great advice, building a community.
Because the relationship really drives everything. If they feel like they know us and they like that, and then they go to someone else who, across the board of everyone who works in adult entertainment, there are professionals and there are amateurs and there are people just getting started. So if they're going through the slew of people on the internet and they get to know us and they go to someone else and that person is super amateur, disrespectful, give me your money, fuck you, like, there's a time and place for that, but they're going to come right back to us.
Yeah, they always do.
Because there's a level of trust and they know that we're going to treat the situation professionally, and then they can come over and over again, figuratively and literally.
Yeah, and I think the other thing too, I saw the really big OnlyFans creator Ari Kitsia say this, which was like, as a creator, why you? Like the personality part being so important that a lot of girls kind of lose sight of that. And it's the like, anybody can see anybody naked on the internet. Why you? Why should they care? Why you need to make somebody want to see specifically you naked? Like, they make them go down the rabbit hole. And I think our fans love that. They love the fact that it's like, it's a challenge to find stuff of us. And it exists, and you can pay a lot of money to see it like in different ways. But it's like a fun little, breadcrumbing, but also it makes them want it so much more, which puts value on that side of things for us, if and when we'd want to do anything within that space.
Also, though, because like you guys have great personalities, like you like it's like I could see you guys like on Twitch, not even doing like adult stuff, like just being on Twitch or YouTube doing fucking live shows, just say like you do on Chaturbate, just hanging out and everything. Like, you guys got great personalities, really fucking like, it seems like, I could just fucking hang out and talk and everything.
Yes.
I think a lot of, especially like cam girls, like some of them just don't have that personality to, like talk to people, you know what I mean? Or a lot of them just don't think about it, I guess, but.
Yeah, well, it's respectfully, it is a lot easier to show whole than it is to hold a conversation. So like respectfully, like I get it, but yeah. That's kind of our angle, is that we enjoy talking. We have chemistry, and we like sharing that with the audience. Yeah. And I feel like, at least for us, that's a lot more valuable than just bending over and showing whole, which respectfully.
Which is like, if that's your brand, bless. That's not currently our brand. I have definitely showed whole before.
It has been our brand.
It has been our brand.
Right.
And if you want to
Right.
if you want to see me 100 pounds heavier showing whole, feel free to find that on the internet. But I'm not saying you want to see that. But it's like, but now it's like our whole thing. It's like, if somebody really wants it, but also, the personality thing is so huge. And even like when we've gone to different things like XBiz and we've met these other creators, you really get to see that there are a lot of girls who may be in the top of their field, but then when it comes to the personality side, or like the trying to like the connections, like being able to connect with the soft skills, if you will, it's like you're like, oh, okay, interesting. Like,
That's part of the reason you chose that direction,
Yes,
because
yes.
sales is not your game.
mhm.
And marketing's not your game. So, everybody develops different things at their own pace and they figure out their own style. But I'm really happy with the direction that we've taken and the way that we've been able to kind of maintain these people so they don't just move on after they've busted their load. Like, they do come back, they think about us, and we in turn also guide them to stay in their heads by listening to our music,
Yep.
making sure they join our live streams, making sure they subscribe whenever we have specials, or whether we join a new site. We're constantly driving those people there so that they can get a little bit deeper with us.
Mhm.
Yeah, it makes total sense. I mean, you guys are just like, like it seems like you got like no matter what you guys want to do, like you can do it. Like you just have that fucking, that mentality. I don't know, what is it? Mentality or direction?
We've literally done
It's
everything.
We've done every job under the sun. Like, so in reality,
I'm not
it's like,
surprised.
it's like I can, I think it's like when we know what we want to do, we know what we want, you just kind of go for it. And we're just like, yeah, we've literally done the worst jobs, and so we've seen it. So it's like at this point we're like, what do we have to lose? If it doesn't work, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, it can't hurt to try, right? I mean, you try it, you fail, well, fuck it. Try something else, right?
There's plenty of jobs out there. You may not like it, but nobody likes it. So we have found a way to love this.
Yes.
Yeah, it seems like it. I mean, you're fucking like all your shit. Everything I've seen is just fucking great. Like, yeah, like I just want to follow you guys just because, like, like of course, the guys seem great, but like, just everything you do seems like very specific and like, like you said, like funneling people to shit. Like, I want to fucking learn from you guys. Like it's amazing, and your fucking music's great. I fucking love that shit. But like, so with the all right, I got to go back to like the dick ratings. Asher, do you participate in it? Like, what? Like, yeah, like with your, go ahead. Like, you participate in all of it.
Yeah, I do. So, I do everything she does. So the majority of my clientele are men, and it is a lot of people who want a straight man to tell them exactly how to do something, why to do something. And at this point, I mean, I'm very comfortable with it. It's very, that is the brand that kind of has developed with me. So I do have submissives that I work with. I do a lot of feminization, sissification as well. So I really go about encouraging people to put on panties. I talk about the types of panties that I like, the types of bras that I like, and how I want them to wear it. And what I try to persuade these gooners, whether men or women, to feel as slutty as possible.
That's always the goal.
And to feel weak enough to get on their knees and obey everything that I have to say. A lot of what we do is together. So a lot of the pull that we have is that we are a power couple. So both of us are telling them what to do. If I was going to fuck this person, then they're going to have to be trained first. She's going to train them on what I like.
Yeah. So with the strap on. So like huge thing for us is like strap on. So never me pegging him. It's always the idea that I'm using the strap on and that I'm training them, whether it's their mouth or any other hole, in order to be able to accommodate him. So it's this multi-part journey.
Yeah. And because the fantasy is for a lot of these gooners to have a straight man do something to them, by dressing them in panties and a bra, I am feminizing them, and therefore it is okay for me to fuck them.
Yeah, to them. Oh. And the way that most of them are seeing it. Yeah.
Interesting.
So, it's a lot of, we do a lot of psychological domination. And then I'd say we also kind of work in a lot of like, I'd say we're more on like the sensual dom side. Of course, there are people that are want more like more intense physical kind of things for us to like talk about or have them do. But for the most part, I'd say we're more in like the psychological, the tease and denial, definitely certain elements of role play, but there's a very clear dynamic that comes in with how we work together. And I think in the beginning, it took Asher, you took time to get used to it, to get past the buttholes and the dicks and the
cum eating.
And the cum eating, yeah.
But but it goes beyond that. And so like in terms of like custom content and those sort of things, like I do a lot more porn in that area.
He's the porn star.
I do a lot of dick. Like if you go and find content, you're going to find a lot of my cock. So that's where a lot of it leads. We do a lot of stuff together. She does a lot of domination. I do a lot of domination. But then when it comes down to the actual porn side of things, you may do a little, but a lot of it is them being shown what to do to me. So there's a lot of meat on my end.
A lot of meat.
Wait. When you say porn, like what do you mean by that? Like what like
just a lot of like if we're gonna teach someone, and I always go back to the word slutty and how to make someone feel slutty, like she has to train them how I like it before they can do anything to me. So essentially she will, whether it's using her hand, her mouth, or a stroker, will go in and show them this is how he likes it. Now I want you to take your dildo and I want you to show me how you do it. Now, if you want to be a perfect slut for us, put on your lipstick. Let me show you how to put on lipstick. Let me show you how to snap your bra or unsnap your bra.
Or like, this is what he likes. Like, he likes me in like this kind of little black dress. And then I'm going to put this hair on you. And then like, but he likes makeup like this. So now you're definitely going to be fuckable, like whatever. So, but his cock is, there's one photo in particular of his cock that at this point has at least made us like $25,000 to $30,000. One photo of his cock, just a singular photo
from years ago.
And the amount of times I've sold that bitch, and it's crazy because you're just like, you don't know when you're going to have a piece of content that's going to just it just keeps going. And it's not even a video, a photo. So, but having those things like ready to go on hand. So that's where we always joke that he's the porn star because he actually has to whip the cock out. And if at all, though, a lot of the time we don't do anything. We don't really do that. It's just kind of like, it's more so in custom content or like clips or in like a very high-end private situation that you're doing a session with us, and then we have extra fees for nudity, for cum even.
Yeah, we do have some higher end clients that we tailored the situation, and there's still a lot of teasing and denial, but a lot of that denial too is like, if you were to take something off, you're still going to have things covered.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't deserve this.
Exactly.
And you're going to earn it if you ever do.
Yeah.
Asher Gray, the $30,000 cock. That's great. What?
I need it on a t-shirt.
I think we need to insure it.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Yes.
We got hand models out here insuring their hands, so I might as well.
Clearly.
Sure, the cock. I fucking love it. But it sounds like because like when I always thought about like, you know, the cam, you know, like just cam girls in general, like it's just like a quick thing. Like it sounds like you guys are like now I completely understand like building a community.
Mm-hmm.
When you're like just pick one guy, like you're putting a lot of time and effort into one customer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When they're ready, like at least our clientele, when they are ready to go, it's not like a little piddly couple dollars type situation. It's like when they're finally ready, we're
signing contracts. Like we're sending contracts out to people.
Subcontracts.
Whether it's 2 weeks, 2 months, 6 months,
the whole year.
We have constant communication with those types of people that we have built trust with, so that they know whenever they do spend their whole paycheck working with us that we are going to be in communication with them daily. Mm-hmm. And they are required to fulfill the tasks that we've given them to ensure that they meet our standards.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, that sounds like, and that's like a sub-dom type of thing, the contract, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So we do sissy contracts, chastity contracts, regular submissive contracts, key holding.
We've done virtual cut contracts where we kind of force them to watch these videos. Some people don't want a male involved. You can imagine a lot of guys are like, oh, I don't know, but I want to see her do something. Mm-hmm. And so we will kind of say, well, in order to do that, we will kind of send you content and you will return to us and tell us what you think. We'll have you take action,
or then you'll like send money for us to go to dinner or to go on a date or something, and then I'll send you photos of us at the dinner and like showing that we're there and we're together, and you could never be on a date with us.
Or like cab photos.
Oh,
like
yeah.
In an Uber, mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, he's got his hand on my knee. It's
it's the weird stuff that you don't like. I don't think about that. They're the ones that are gonna point it out, being like, "Oh my gosh, that's so hot!" Like he had his hand on my hand like this in one photo, and somebody was like going like, they're like, "Oh, the way his hand is on her hand, oh my god!" And like freaking like, ah! And I was like, "Who knew? The hand on the hand? I don't know."
That sounds fucked up. Like all of that sounds fucked up. Like,
they love it.
I mean, if they love it, well, you know, but it just sounds fucked up.
Yeah, it's definitely very different than the majority of what other creators seem to do, which is cool. I mean, I like being different, and it's fun because also we talk to a lot of other creators that are in different spaces and like help them navigate or figure out their value, because I find a lot of other creators are undervaluing what they have. And so like we'll get random voice notes from different creators and like our DMs that we know, being like, "Hey, I'm on this whatever platform. Do you know about this thing? Like, what are you doing for this thing?" And we're like, "Okay, here's what you're gonna do." We're like, "You're gonna do this, and I charge this much, and then but don't like, you know, whatever it is." And so it's like cool to be able to help other people see their value within what they're doing. Because in a space that is so stigmatized, and then you see these other girls like the OnlyFans and the bops and the stuff on like social media, and you're like, and I see other people probably like, "I'm not making as much as them," and so they're like, "I have to compete, I don't know," and they lower their value. So then we come in here and we make all these friends, and we're like, "Hey friend, like you can ask for more,"
and they don't deserve that. Make them work for it.
Please don't be showing your feet for free on the internet. Like, stop. Or we, oh my gosh, there's just so much that we will go and we'll be like, ah! Like we just are like, "I want to help you."
Because people do want to do this professionally, but then they come in and because we come from a sales background, we know how to ask for the money. We know how to ask the right question. What are your fetishes? Tell me more about that. Mm-hmm. Have you done this in real life? Is this just a fantasy? Tell me some deeper deeper information into what it is that you really want to get out of this, and then we can value that. But a lot of people are just like, hey, what's up, hot stuff? And they're like, show me your puss. And they're like, $5 seems fair. And it's like, girl, no. Like, your mama gave you that. Make sure that someone earns it. And get the trust, ask the questions, make sure that they are begging for it by the time that you go and give that, because that is your value. You are a beautiful person. Make sure somebody has to earn that from you.
Yeah, I think that's been a huge one, and realizing, like, even for us, going and being like, knowing how much we used to charge for whether it was a private or a custom or whatever it was, and then looking at what we charge now, and even month to month, I'm always creeping up, and I'll push the limit and be like, hey, I sent this thing for this much money. Like, are they gonna unlock it? And then we're like, I bet probably not. And then they do, and then you're like, oh wait, so I haven't been charging enough this whole time. So I feel like the more that other creators and other cam girls, OF creators, whatever, the more that we're like open with each other about pricing and also encouraging each other to price up higher, then I think everybody's going to win, because people do want to spend. And there's also the psychological element that I see. I like try to talk. I'm on Reddit. I'm on Reddit a lot, like just hanging out and talking to other girls and teaching those girls, being like, hey, like if you up your price a smidge, it also kind of makes you look like you're of a higher value. You have to figure out that perfect amount. And then they'll message me back and be like, yo, I upped my pricing like $2.
And they still did it.
And then it like, there's like, my stuff blew up. They're like, but it's priced higher. And I'm like, yeah, because you have value. They don't know why they feel that way, but now they're spending money and you're like a commodity. And I think that's a huge thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. Because you're making me think now, like, but what do you guys think of do you have an OnlyFans?
We have an OnlyFans. We use OnlyFans more so for custom content.
And contracts.
Oh, and contracts. That's our big place to like find contracts and to talk to us directly. We are in the current process of building them up, like just really filling them up with more just like general content, photos, video, all that. And also this year is the year of clips. Mark my word. I'm saying it here, recorded, because it's like the hardest thing. I don't know what it is about for me. I can make custom clips all day long for people. But when it comes to just going and being like, I'm going to make this clip, I'm going to do this, and it's going to go up on the video store, wherever, it is a roadblock for me. So, but yes, long, short answer, yes.
So what's your, because I see like, especially because I troll Reddit all the time, like see what people are discussing and everything. What do you think? Because like I know it's a big fucking thing, free versus paid OnlyFans. Like what do you guys think? Like,
we currently only have paid. That being said, I have looked into kind of more like weighing that, and I do see where there are benefits to having a free OF, just in terms, especially if you are already a cam girl and you're already used to streaming, then using the OnlyFans Live feature has been very lucrative for a lot of creators that I know, which I feel like is a piece of OF that people don't really talk about too much, because you can promote that ahead of time, just like you would any other schedule. But you could build a lot of people up on that free OnlyFans and then say, yo, I'm going live at this time. Or you could try to I think some people try to figure out a way to sell tickets or something to that as well. I'm not totally sure. But yeah, I think there could be a free OF in our future, or maybe one that's just more key party specific that shows like behind the scenes content and things like that. Maybe just a little lewd, but
yeah, I think, at least in my head, I think for us, the paid OnlyFans is great because someone can come in and pay an amount and have the discussion, and then we can sell the contract. That works really great for us. But I do see where if you have a lot of very graphic content, someone going in and paying $20 one time is you're giving it all so they can see that whole feed. So if you do free, then they have to go in and unlock each individual clip, which for someone who does very porn heavy, they're going to make more money doing that because they can join it for free. And when they have the money, they can go click, click, click and unlock 3 videos for 30, 40 bucks. And they're going to make more money in the long run than they would just charging someone one time. But like I said, for us, it's a little different because we do have those deep conversations about contracts and sell the contracts there to get the higher amounts all at once.
Yeah.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah. Because that's the thing with, that I don't understand about OnlyFans. Like, if you're paying, like if you're paying monthly, right? Like, I could just pay 1 month and I see all your stuff.
Exactly.
The end. That's what it was always, like, unless you just want to subscribe to, like, support the creator or something, but, like, what else is there?
Yeah, I feel like for us in the future, and probably for a lot of people it is this way, the one that you pay one time monthly, that's probably where it's going to be a lot more of like us traveling. It's going to be a lot more model photo shoots. You're going to be able to go through hundreds of pictures of us modeling. But if it's the free one, I'm going to make you pay $5-10 per clip, and it's going to be some spicy content. And I think there's value in having both. And this is the marker for us to do that too. Like, we obviously do a lot of live stuff. We do a lot of live camming, a lot of custom on the spot stuff. But there's always more to be done. And so we actually just collaborated with our good friend Nurse Stella, and she is very clip heavy. And she really inspired us to go in and do that. And then we had a long conversation about doing lives as well. And so now her and her partner are going in and doing a lot more live content and streaming. So we're all kind of here to push each other to figure out what the best way to do this is and where to find the right people who are in our audience so we can go and just move it up and up and up.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fucking, like, where do you guys find the time to do everything? What the fuck? Like,
we had to leave our tech jobs.
We had to leave our tech jobs. We had to go and be like, okay, there's no other option, but this is gonna work. Okay. No, but literally we have, some days are much more productive than other days. And some days we make $2,000 or more or whatever. And some days we make $200, like that's how it goes.
Yeah.
And so, but
those days are building days.
Yes,
those are days
exactly.
to create custom clips, to post up on things, to work on our music, to sit and say, wasn't it so funny that we talked to this person yesterday and this was their fantasy? What if we wrote a song about that?
Yeah.
And then we'll go and sit in the studio, and who knows, we might get a video call while we're working on a song.
Yep.
But it does give us the freedom to kind of be creative. And whether it's a super busy day or a super slow day, I don't think we have off days.
No, we do not take off days. Never. Like, and I mean that, and not even like in a like braggadocious way. And like, I'm not trying to be, it's just like, we literally, even if I try to be like, I'm going to take it, whatever. It's just like, you don't know when up is going to be up, and you don't know when down is going to be down. Like, I've seen a lot of other creators that experienced, like in November when there was the government shutdown, and all of us, that was a rough money month for a lot of creators for November.
A lot of government people spend their money on adult entertainment.
We have a lot of military people who are really into being dominated by a dummy mommy. So they weren't getting their paychecks, and neither were we. So like that. So that's where, when stuff is happening, it's very hard to turn the phone off or close the computer, because it's like, well, you just don't know. So we'll say this, we never have a 0 day. There's never a day, knock on wood, but there's never a day that we make nothing. So even if it's a super slow day, like he said, then we're like, okay, let's make content. Let's work on music if it's slow. Let's do whatever the thing is, the other stuff, the other side of it. And I think now also we're getting better at prioritizing the content side for socials, at least. next up is clips again. I'm just keep saying it to encourage myself to do it, but taking the time because that is still exposure for both music and for us as creators that could sell content. You know, all of that is money if a clip were to go viral or whatever. So it's just a matter that we have to like, it's like figuring out kind of the pieces of like what's the most important thing. Obviously money always is kind of like the top tier of that, and then you work down and you're like, well, how do you promote the money part? Okay, how do you make the money? So then we have to do all the other pieces that go into that, and some of that also is literally how we look. So it's like doing the hair. Usually I have crazy nails, you know, all these different things that play into
the
fantasy of Key Party, Acadia and Asher Gray, all that stuff.
Yeah, but a lot of times it doesn't feel like work.
No,
and that's
it's so fun.
That's what makes this so fulfilling is when we were at tech jobs working in marketing or, you know, sustainability, whatever it may be, we literally hated it. And we put on a face every day, and it felt so fake to go in and just be not who we were.
Yeah.
And so to be able to leave that behind and fully pour ourselves into projects like Key Party and our camming, building these audiences up, it doesn't really feel like work.
No.
It's really just a slow day or a busy day, but it doesn't necessarily feel like a struggle to get up every day and do it. It's honestly really exciting.
And we laugh.
Yeah.
So much.
I've never laughed so much
my
in
God.
my life. I'm going to live 5 years longer just because I laugh my ass off every single
Every day.
looking at dicks.
Oh my God. Or like today we saw one.
Fuck?
Today we saw one that I'm not kidding you. But at the same time, we both went, ah! like that. The exact same. It was not planned. I was like, I wish we had that recorded because it was that horrific.
It wasn't even really a dick. It was like a hole where
like
the dick
flap
is supposed to be.
With some balls.
It was just balls.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, it was gnarly. It makes you really appreciate what you have.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you guys seem so fun. Like with everything you guys got going on and everything you're doing, you guys just seem so relaxed and just like you seem like, you know, like you, I don't know what it is. Like you guys are obviously like experts in everything you do. It seems like you're just completely comfortable with everything. Like like beginning, like were you like frantic and like how was it in the beginning? Like
I was. I was. We like to describe me as a sweet bean vanilla boy.
Yes.
I
what?
I had never like even in like college, I was just like very respectful, and I am still respectful, but you know, I was never trying to push the boundaries. I was never trying to like see anything that would make me quote unquote uncomfortable. And so when we really started diving, I think during COVID, it was like we started camming a lot more. And I really had to break any kind of uncomfortability really quickly because I was camming solo. So I was having to learn how to communicate with other men who had fantasies with a straight man. I mean, it was different, but I find a lot of confidence and a lot of self-worth in being able to have these conversations because, you know, I'm very comfortable now. I could dominate a man and not feel weird about it. It is a power exchange. It is a respect exchange. And, you know, at the end of the day, I feel good about it. They feel good about it. And we dap up and move on.
I'm just curious about that. Like, obviously, like it doesn't even matter, but like they're gay guys that want to be dominated. But
oh no, they're not.
They're not. They're married men.
They're married
What?
women. All of them have wives. All of them have hot wives, by the way.
What?
Yes.
100%. I'd say 95% of the time, my clients are married men.
Yes.
To women. And they want me and her to teach them how to dress like a slutty girl and how to please us. And the amount of times that they go, oh shit, my wife's home, hangs up.
Yeah.
Like it's every day. So there is a large population of married men out there whose fantasy is to have another man tell them exactly what to do, how to do it, how I like it, how she likes it, how we like it.
Yeah.
And granted, I do have clientele who are also, I have submissives that are gay men, but their fantasy is to have a straight man dominate them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
And I'll say straight is relative. Like if Acadia had a penis, I still would have married her. She's still a woman. Like trans women are still women. And so straight is relative. I love women, but at the end of the day, I'm also I'm going to fall in love with the person.
Yeah.
And so therefore I also don't really have that much discomfort.
Well,
but when it comes to hairy burly men, I really had to work on that.
Right.
Also,
Yeah.
in our space specifically, like when people go into like what they like call like a subspace, or especially when it's feminization, and it's like I forget that I'm talking in my head. I've even switched over. Like as the dom, I'm like, you're a girl. You're gonna be my good girl, and like, you know, we're gonna dress you up. You're gonna be so slutty for me, and this and this and this and whatever it is, and like. But in my head, they're no longer whoever they were before they started talking to me. And it's like the most wild thing because I'll like refer to them as she. Like I literally will after the fact, like, oh, you know, her, you know, like whatever name we've given them, like Princess Layla, whatever. And like, and it is wild. And it's cool though to experience. And also like, there are people where we are a part of their gender journey. Where it goes deeper than just, oh, it's whatever.
It's some people, it's not just hey, I want you to tell me how to dress up.
Yes.
It is within the transition process of them.
Helping them, for example, like I've had a lot of submissives where I've walked them through how to go to the store and get fitted for a bra. And it's not just, there's an element that they like of humiliation, but there's also a piece of them that the humiliation is also because they're scared themselves to do that task, but it feels a little safer because I'm telling them what to do, how to do it. And it's basically, there's a whole other piece. I've had people like, there's different sites where they can say, like choose keywords to describe you. And the word that comes up a lot for me is nurturing. And so it's like, you know, I take dommy mommy to another level, I guess. And although I'm dominant, it's very much, I think our vibe is like, we hold ourselves to a high expectations. Therefore, you will as well. So you will follow all of our rules, etc. And you know,
but it's helpful. Yeah, it's helpful for those people that may be in that headspace or may be trying to figure out how they feel inside and how to bring that outside. And
in a safe way.
We have several submissives that are transgender, and they were figuring that out when they met us, and we have kind of helped them comfortably move into a situation where they are happy with their situation now.
Yeah.
This is fucking mind blowing. Like, it's not just like, cause you know, like when I talk to, like, it's always just like, you know, like it's just everything's sexual, you know, like everything's just sexual. Like it's all fucking, like with you guys, it's like, it's a whole thing. Like it's more mental, like what you guys are doing, you know, and the sexual aspect is just like a really small part, it seems.
Exactly. There's much more, everything with us is power dynamic and really emphasizing the exchange of power. And sometimes that exchange is just financial. Like it's just as simple as FinDom. It's as simple as send. And sometimes it goes so deep and it's so layered. And there's things where we built upon it and built upon it and built upon it. And then we, you know, and you get to know, like we talked earlier, like we get to know these people or even ourselves. Like I think there's so much that doing this, like this kind of work, you have to have a lot of there's self-realization that has to happen. There's a lot of like being self-aware. that we quickly realize a lot of people are not self-aware in life in general, like anywhere. And so when you get to this heightened state of like, you know, I'm both my own awareness of who I am and what I am and like where I fit in this existence and of my submissive, and then you go out into the world and you're like, oh my gosh, like nobody else is in this place. It feels crazy. It feels like you're in a video game. And it's, at least for me, it's a little wild.
What about for you, Asher? Like,
yeah, I mean, I've developed, like I said earlier, I've developed a lot of confidence in myself doing this. I am more confident than I've ever been. I'm happier than I've ever been. And when I go into the real world, outside of the work that we do, I see where people end up in a situation where they are my submissive or our submissive. And I can tell people that would really benefit from having a Dom, or may benefit from joining the lifestyle and learning more about being submissive or being dominant in their own relationships. People might have happier relationships if they really figured out their power dynamics within the relationship. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, I mean, we've met people and a husband and wife may be not necessarily working out, and the husband might be just super bratty and bitchy, and the wife is tired of it. Maybe you need to peg your husband.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe all of the sudden, when he's being bratty and bitchy, that's his signal to tell you to take control. Because it's just not something you would think about, but we see it within people's relationships, whether it's in the actual lifestyle or not. We see it because we see it every day.
And people, the most common one, which is wild to me, is that we get, especially like usually it happens either before we do kind of a scene or after that, because we have so many married couples that I'm like, well, have you asked your wife about doing this? And then it's always, I mean, I'm talking like, always it is, I'm scared to ask because she's going to say that's gross. And I'm scared.
True.
And she's going to think I'm weird. And
because
I'm like,
you're taking her panties and her bra, but what if you allowed that? And what if she liked that? What if she liked?
They're always hyping up their wives. I've never had someone be like, ew, my ugly ass. No. They're like, my wife is so beautiful. She's so hot. Like, they're telling us how amazing their wives are. I'm like, are you telling your wife what you think about her like this? Because you're telling me that you're married to this beautiful, wonderful, like angelic creature, and you're just scared to tell her that you want to wear a pair of her satin panties. Like, there are marriages that could be saved if we all would just be a little more open about our kinks and fetishes. So.
Oh my God, that's like the opposite of what you would think would happen. Like,
yes,
you know, it's like, this fucking fat, ugly bitch. Just, I want to see your pussy, you know, like.
Yes.
Yeah, and some people, like, I get it. Like, maybe your wife doesn't want to hear you scream mommy. Like, maybe that's not her thing. But also being honest about it, you may be able to work out a dynamic where you can go to fetish clubs or events and find someone who is comfortable. And then it's not like you're cheating. You need to fulfill that part of yourself, and you have to have those conversations, or you might just be in a miserable marriage.
Yeah.
This is mind blowing, man.
It is.
Like, you know, it's, and I always ask the question every time I talk to someone, I always ask the question, like, what's the weirdest thing that, you know, you've been, like that. I don't even care. Like that's not even what it's about. Like, it's always, and everyone always gives me, you know, they always get weird shit, but like, it's like, who gives a shit? You know, like this is like I like me personally, like I didn't see it from this aspect. Like, it's all like the mentality of it all.
Oh yeah, there's a lot like that where you from our side, it's like, you know, you're helping somebody. It's not just like, you know, like I've been just a cam girl before I fully was like, I'm gonna be a dom full time. That's all there is. That's what we do, and it is completely different because there is an element of like helping, of therapy almost, and where, you know, to the point that we've even looked into going and being like, which one of us should go back to school to go get like either
Which
like
one
a
of us?
license or become a counselor officially, so that we could like charge for like actual like couples counseling sessions. But there is so much that comes back around to kind of this like helping other people, whether that's creating the safe space within the work that we're doing, that they can feel comfortable to be open about whatever it is within reason.
Within reason.
We do
yeah.
have we have like a couple hard limits, but for the most part.
Wait. I got here. What's your hard limits?
Okay. Number 1, I do not do age play. We do not do, I get a lot. So my voice is very, on a phone, it sounds super, super young. and so I get a lot of requests for that.
We don't role play age.
Not unless it is like everything has to be 18 plus. There is no, and the only time there's any sort of like other side of that is if it is something where the other person is in a, they're kind of in a regression, or they're into like wearing diapers or something like that. But we don't do anything that's like, it's more so themselves, the submissive, are wearing diapers, not, oh, I'm an infant. You know what I mean?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
is that a real quick? Is that a big? Do you get that? Is that a request you guys get?
for which one, diapers?
The no. Like age play and stuff. Like,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
There's
yes.
a lot of I mean,
really?
pedophiles are real, and they're out there, and
This
and
is a
they are
very hot take right now in the dom space. So there are doms. You can tell which side we're on, which is the like, I don't do age play. I don't talk about it. I don't basically like go with the flow when people try to, because like what happens is there's certain ways that they start talking to you and you know this is where they're going to go. They won't right off the bat say that's what I want to do. It'll just be like, when did the boys start looking at you?
yeah.
And then you're like,
Okay, I see where this is going.
there's the same questions all the time. But on the other side, I've started to see doms on like X and on like Blue Sky and stuff, where they just saw this 2 days ago, where there was a dom and she was like, all of you people who are acting like age play is related to pedophilia, you're wrong, you're incorrect, you don't know anything, whatever. And I'm like, there's a difference between like disgust upon age regression or like having a whole debriefing, but when it's just like a phone sex call or something, like if it's like a call session or something and it's very sudden and all of a sudden there's no debriefing, and now you're looking for me to say the age, you're looking for me to say 5. Like, no, that's a hard no for me. We don't do that. That's not for us.
There's a lot of sickos out there, and we encounter them regularly.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes. And that is different. It's different than the people who are looking to do proper age regression, again, in a proper, well-discussed dynamic. There's different pieces.
And you know that. Like you could like once you talk to someone, like you could tell the difference.
There's a totally different thing that happens. And
right.
There's a respect level, and they bring it to the table first before they start just saying crazy shit.
Yeah. And then but again, it's a hot button. It's a hot button topic within that space, because it's just like, I have my opinions and my feelings, but also there are doms and people that were like, and I think it's very situational, because I think you cannot fully explore that, in my opinion, in a virtual style session.
Yeah.
I think if you were in a real life scenario, like session with somebody where you were going to like discuss terms ahead and had all the room to have that flushed out, go for it. Or if it's in your lifestyle dynamic, go for it. But for us, it is a hard no.
Yeah.
And then our second one
is race play.
Our second one is race play.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I get a lot of, I want you to call me the N-word. I want you to degrade me and name every homophobic slur that you could think of. And it's just not in my nature to do that. I have a hard stop on race play. I will never degrade anybody based on the color of their skin or where they come from in that manner.
Yeah. We don't do slurs. That kind of ties together. But like, I'm totally fine to call you a cocksucker, but I'm not gonna use like a slur. So there's like, but that's it. I mean, realistically, as long as you are not in those very specific things, we're pretty open. Like, we are pretty open to, at least discuss it or explore it or figure something out. But
those are the hard stops.
Those are the hard. No.
I'd have to say that seems reasonable.
Appreciate it. I'm sure there are definitely this will be some the hot gossip, I'm sure, on Dominatrix Twitter. So we'll see.
I'm so confused though. Like with the pedophiles, like if I was a pet, I like put myself in like people's shoes and everything. Like if I'm a pedophile, like it doesn't make any sense. Why would I go to you? Wouldn't I go to someone that like at least looks young? Like I don't
think they care.
What?
The biggest thing with it is this specific scenario of a lot of those types of people are coming through like certain phone sex style lines, which we still do dom calls on those kinds of things. And we've gotten requests across every other one too. It's not just specific, but just like where it's more based on they're hearing a clip of my voice and they're hearing me, and then they're like, "Ooh, can you do this? Can you say like, And I'm like,
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. So it's more voice. It's more voice based.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And with the race play, like obviously, like the guys that want you to call them the N-word, they're black, right? It's not like white guys like call me the.
It could be people of pretty much any descent, any race that is not just a white man. A lot of it is,
or they'll start saying it. I've had people say that to me about like because there's a lot
like BBCs, and so they'll try to say,
and then it'll take a jump, and I'm like, no, we're not gonna, no,
we're not playing that game.
No, no, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That just seems like if I was going to do any of that, like you guys aren't the ones I'm going to. It seems.
We're adults.
I don't know. I'm like, and the fact that the frequency of it is also mind-boggling.
It's very revealing of the state of the world, and we, because there's the barrier, and so when people call us, they are finally spilling the beans of everything that they've had wrapped up in their head, every fantasy that they've come to terms with that they want. They get on that phone line, or they get on a call or a video call, and they just cannot help themselves but to just, blah.
Yeah. This
is what I want. And it's every day or every other day that we encounter someone who, I mean, that's what they want. And it's kind of sad that that's where the world's at. And we have to be the ones to see that. Obviously you see people like on the internet and comment sections saying shitty stuff, but the people who really are the scum of the earth, they come out to play on these types of places.
Yeah.
You're in a crowd of people. You can imagine that it's not just like 1 in a million. It's 1 in hundreds of people.
Yeah.
That fantasize about these things, and we at least have those hard stops that morally we cannot.
And also, like I said, it's different. It's different for people that do like lifestyle dynamics or in person or different types of sessioning where there's a lot of discussion and pieces to that puzzle, and you can have aftercare. But when you're on anything like streaming or whatever, you don't have that space as a dom to be doing what we're doing. You don't have that ability to do those pieces of it. So I think that like anything could be explored in the right scenario, in the right way, respectfully, as long as no one's getting hurt. But the way that we're being approached about it, again, is just like, you just go, oh no. And
you're like, oh.
Yeah, and I feel like also you get some crazy, your intuition you really learn. You learn how to look for things, hear things, see things, stuff that like you wouldn't have pointed out before. So when the way somebody says something, you go, like in life, like, like, why'd you say that like that? Weird.
That's crazy. Yeah, I'm surprised people fucking like you get that. Everyone gets it. I fucking every time I hear from people, I'm fucking surprised. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
It's
No,
fucking
I mean, I think I was surprised originally, and then I just learned really quick that just like humans are gonna do what humans do, and like we're a crazy species, and like there's a lot of stuff that's okay, and a lot of people are gonna say, you know, you're a freak for wanting something, and we understand, but we have learned that there is a rabbit hole that people go down, and they're just like, to be honest, at least to me, it feels like they're just sick, like in the head, like there is like they need help. Because it's just, you know what I mean? Like,
well, I think there's also just like, it is okay. And this goes for all girls, all people that cam or do any of the sex work stuff in general. It's okay for you to have something that you just do not fuck with, and having your own limits about whatever it is. Because I think there's so much where it's like, you feel like you're like, I want to make that money. I want that thing. It'd be so easy just to say yes. It'd be so easy just to do that, to make that video, to do that thing, to take that call. But having your own like moral compass, it's okay if other people are okay with it, but you're not. Like, it's okay to feel very strongly about something that you don't feel is like in your, you know, what you are willing to do or put your name on or be a part of. And I think that like, because I see there's lots of times where I'm like, I could do X, Y, and Z. I could, have made extra this, that, the other if I was cool or chill doing whatever it is that I've decided is not chill for me. But it might be chill for somebody else. Doesn't mean it's wrong. Doesn't mean it's right. I mean, depending. I just really exist on the, if it's not hurting anybody, I'm not hurting me, not hurt somebody else isn't getting hurt, like, then cool. But the stuff where it gets dicey and weird, and especially, this is not, by the way, just like role play. It's farther than role play in certain cases where people start talking about like I'm good, like stuff where they're getting underwear from people in their house. And it's like, and you're like, okay, so we're not role playing. You know what I mean? I just want to be very clear that it's not like, I have no issue with certain things, but when it comes to like, you're basically looking for somebody to admit, like you want to like tell somebody this thing that's so whatever.
It's like a secret.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That took a turn.
So yeah, that is that basically.
Now hopefully we don't get canceled.
But it's just crazy, like how the brain, like, there's 8 billion people in the world, but like how our brains work. Like I always think, like, especially like with fetishes and shit. Do you guys agree? Like it happened, like whatever you're into or whatever, something happened like when you were a kid. It doesn't have to be trauma. It doesn't have to be, it's just like, because our brains are, like that's where we're like evolving or whatever you want to say. Like that's where shit comes from, I think.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
I mean,
so like, and since we're on like, telling stories, and I don't know how much time we have left, but I will say, like, so we have one submissive who is a foot guy, and he loves heels and he loves feet. But he told us the reason he loves that is because when he was a teen, his aunt said, rub my feet. My feet, my dogs are barking. And he said, oh, I'll rub your feet. And he just said, I always admired feet after that.
Yep.
And it was not sexual. It wasn't anything. It just, auntie had sore feet and he happened to be the one that was rubbing them.
Red toenail polish.
And she had red toenail polish. And to this day, he loves heels, he loves feet, and he loves toes painted red. Yep.
And that was the origin story.
And that's it. And it's his thing and he loves it. And I think that's, that, again, human psychology comes into play, but he's now a 45-year-old man and he loves his feet, man.
Mm-hmm.
It makes total sense. Like, because like that's where our brains are developing, and like, like all the wires are getting connected, and you just get one thing into that, you know, and
Oh yeah.
it's there. It's not, you know, like in that case, like most cases, or who knows, but like it's not a bad thing, you know. It
Right.
just is. You
This
know?
is, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's just it's crazy how the brains work. That it's so fucking amazing to me.
I know. One day you got to have a like a sexual psychologist come on here and like dissect the deeper mental like
I
game behind what makes people tick like that. Because if we could go back and do schooling for that, we totally would. But like, I think we might make more than a therapist. So
Yeah, I don't know why I would do that.
I don't know why I would do that. I got things to do. I got music to make. We got countries to go tour to.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, in a sense, though, you guys are kind of psychologists. I don't know what the what the actual term is or
Feels
whatever,
like
but
therapy. It feels like therapists.
yeah, you guys
a lot of
are,
times.
yeah, like everything you do, yeah, all right, it's sexual, but like it's more mental. It sounds like.
Oh, for sure. And I think it's the peeling back the layers of people. And it's that like it is very much like in therapy because I've had a lot of it. And so I know the whole like saying something and then they say it back at you. And then you say something else. And you just keep but they're basically just saying stuff back. Like and so like there's certain things where they'll be like, somebody will be like, "Oh, that, I haven't like I'll be like, "Oh, are you stroking?" And they'll be like, "No," or "Yes." And I'll be like, "Oh, did you get permission?" "No, I didn't get permission. I'm sorry, goddess." And I'm like, "Oh, you should be sorry." "No, why are you so sorry?" And then they'll be like, "Oh, because I didn't listen to you." And I'm like, "Why didn't you listen to me?" And just like, and then it just, and then I'm breaking down the walls and the barriers of their brain, their everything. And next thing you know, they're just like, oh, she's in there. Like, she's like inside. And
that's what happens when people try to push things like race play. So if somebody comes in and for example, they say the N-word, she will go in and say, "No, that is disrespectful. You will apologize. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to offend you.
I'll never say that again."
And no, you won't ever say that again. And this is why. And you will respect me and you will respect others. And she will literally go and break them down into basically being like, "I'm so sorry.
I didn't know." Like, literally.
I didn't know." And anytime they say it ever again for the rest of their life, they're going to hear her voice in the back of their head going, "I'm disappointed in you."
Mm-hmm. It's wild.
That is, man. That's fucking this shit is crazy. Yeah. I'm so into this, but I don't want to take any more of your guys' time. I do have 2 questions though, and I want because what do you guys? Because in a few weeks, I'm having someone on that's charging people. That I don't want to fucking like call them out, but like they're charging people to, like learn how to be cam girls, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Because I have my own opinions. I'll fucking say it. I fucking hate that. I think that's such fucking bullshit. Great. They're probably going to cancel now because this is coming out, next week, or it's whatever, March 6th or whatever, or I don't know.
I think it's fair. I mean, it's you've done some like courses, but mostly for like networking more than.
Yeah, like I already knew like what like the only time I paid for one like FinDom because I've never been a FinDom, like the whole financial domination, the whole like fuck you, send me money shit. That was never my shit. I was always like a pro dom, but then I was like, well, maybe there's something to learn. Maybe there's some better. I don't know. And so like I threw some money out there. I took a FinDom specific course and I did actually learn stuff. Shockingly, I did, but also the networking of it was actually what was worth it. But I think for camming, all the information's on the internet. I mean, same with the FinDom thing. I could have done it. I mean, now I know how to search and which groups to look in and like how to like dive. But I personally don't think. I think it's more so that if I had a recommendation for any up and coming cam girl, it would probably be find a cam girl or creator that you admire you know, not one that's huge because they're not going to respond to you. Like what I like, what do they call it? Like a micro influencer. So anybody like under 10K followers that on like socials, and reach out to them and see if they'll give you some tips, because those people, especially if they are in your niche, what I wish I even realized myself is that like I don't appeal to the same audience that a, you know, gigantic titty blonde MILF is going to appeal to. So you could have, so those fans are not my fans.
And you paying for a course from that person is not
that's going to be totally different, because it's like I'm out here in a completely different existence than that style of creator, or somebody where it's like, you know, that again, like kind of the more like bimbo, like the bimbofication, like the, you know, big boobs, big lips, big like blonde hair, the classic, what everybody just visualizes that as. And so that wouldn't work for me. But if you find somebody, or even just start watching those girls that are similar to you, whether that is because you want to do more domination or your aesthetic is more like, for us, like alternative, looking at those creators, we still do it to this day. We get on Chaturbate and we click through for research. We're like, who looks interesting? Like, why would I click? And then we just
research. I'm all about research.
And we're like, ooh, I like how this girl talks to these people. Ooh, what's their tip menu look like? Okay, I wouldn't have thought to do that. That's a great idea. Like, how are they interacting? What do their links look like? So there's a lot out there, but the biggest thing, if I could go back in time, is the figuring out what your niche is, like deeper than just how you look, deeper than I'm blonde hair, blue eyes, deeper than I'm just like, you know, tall girl, unless it's something that is so strong that it's going to have to be your whole thing, like BBW, then it's like, you know, go in that direction, sure. But still, like,
break it down.
Yes.
So like, are you going to be the squirt girl? Are you the goth squirt girl? Are you the bimbo squirt girl? Do you do anal? Are you the goth anal girl? Are you the, you know, if you do happen to be a niche, like, because like within the adult industry, it's widespread. So you could be like the Mia Khalifa. You could be, oh, I'm the Middle Eastern girl who does this, and I'm going to really focus on that, and I'm going to pitch it that way.
Yeah.
So that's how you can really build up a brand, by being that girl. Or
like
that guy.
It's the dialing in, like how
dial it in. Yeah.
And because it's like you see that with us, with our stuff with Key Party, and it's like, oh, that shit's dialed in. But that's the same thing within our stuff. Like I used to go in and just try to appeal to the masses because I'm ethnically ambiguous. So like I'd be like, I can be whatever you want. What do you like? What do you think? What do you whatever? And then I was like, okay, well I am Middle Eastern, and I was like, you know, well, to the right audience, they do care, but it also is irrelevant when my brand is so heavy on the dom thing. It's more about the looking like a classic dom. So I have like the dark hair with the dark eyes with the like very strong features. And it's just like, so you're getting there's the fantasy. And I think there's like, and the girls that are really successful are the girls that are creating a world. They're the world builder girls. So like you look at somebody like Cam Wise. So like I always forget if it's Rave Kitty or Rave Kitten, but she has one. I think she's also on Twitch, and she's been nominated for AVNs and stuff too. And like, but she has like her whole space is her vibe. So when she does her content, it all looks a certain way, whether that is streaming, whether that is on socials, everything is cohesive as fuck. It's not just a girl in a room, because there's like 1,000 girls in a room. And I feel like that's huge. Like, and so in that case, I'm like, if that's the piece, that piece right there, that piece of knowledge is worth way more than a course. So like, go find your niche, figure out who the fuck is that person? Who is that Cam, whatever her name is, his name. Yeah. Who are you as that person? What does their room look like? What are they comfortable with? What are they not comfortable with? All that.
And you're better off spending your money buying the equipment, having a good camera, having good lighting, building up your presence on these platforms, and then spending the money to travel and go to things like XBiz, Exotica, AVN, going to these things to network, meet those people in person. Show them that you really do this. You are a professional. And that's where you're going to get your advice. And you don't need to pay someone $200 for a course that may or may not benefit you. Pour it into yourself.
Yeah.
And if you are in the right niche and the person is trying to sell something like a course, just make sure that it really fits into what you're trying to do, and don't just do it because they're popular on Instagram.
Because everybody makes up their numbers.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's the biggest piece, is that every girl, like, people make up their numbers. They say whatever they need to say to be exciting for social media. So it's like, I don't believe anybody. I don't believe it. The only number I believe is when I file my taxes. Like, even for myself, like, I can say one thing, and have it all tracked out. But until I'm like sending the taxes off, then I'm like, okay, that's the actual number. Sick. And so, yeah, I just feel like, I wouldn't trust anybody at this point, unless it's like a homie that you're asking questions from.
Yeah.
And also, some girls, like, there are some dope girls who are really high up that will, for like certain amounts of money, just tell you all their secrets.
Yeah.
And there's no course. They're just like gonna be like, hey girl, yeah, shoot me like this money.
This is how you're successful on this website.
And those girls know what the fuck is going on. Like, they know what it is. So, yeah. But that's also comes from the networking, like you said.
Right. Yeah. No, because I'm talking about these girls that fucking, like, you look at what they're like, you look at their following, you look at their look at all their shit, and they basically have nothing, but they're selling courses and shit.
Yes.
It's like, it's like, that fucking pisses me off, because it's like, what are you selling? Are you selling just basic information that we can get on the internet? And it's just so scummy to me, because like they're targeting girls that are just like, they're just starting out, and it's just so scummy. Like, you guys are fucking experts, like, and you're just like, whatever. Like, if you guys charged, to share your information, I totally understand, because it's valuable. Your information is definitely valuable. But you're not, which is great.
We're doing things like this to talk
exactly.
to you and like, get it out there.
And if people want to know more, I think that's a thing that they would want from us, and they let us know. I'm not against it, but like, I think too, I see, with the courses, it's just, oh my gosh. And then you see, like, also then there's also the other side of it too, where you have the girls, the creators and stuff that gatekeep. So like the whole thing, like, I'm not going to tell you how I do it. So then that's why these other younger people are going and paying for the course, because they can't find the information, because the established girlies won't say anything of how how it's happening, and they're trying to be like,
they think it's competition, but there's so many people. It's not competition.
Yes.
They're angling it as, I've literally seen, like, I don't even know how many TikToks like this, where they're like, I'm not going to actually tell you how much I made, because I don't want to encourage young girls to think it's this or it's that. And I'm like, but what if it is? And like, what if you actually like showed them how to do that way, and
to not get taken advantage of,
and also told those girls it can be like this, but it's a business. It is not easy. It is consistency. It is time.
It's investment.
It is like, it's so many pieces of the puzzle that's why, even myself, that's why I wasn't successful in the way that I am successful now, because I didn't have those pieces lined up. I didn't have the consistency. I wasn't dedicating the time. I wasn't dedicating to, like, making sure the quality and the product of what I was putting out there was good. Like, no shit. It wasn't good. I wasn't going to be making insane amounts of money. And so I'm like, but all these other creators are like, I'm not going to say, I don't want the young people to get the wrong idea. And I'm like, they're literally going to create the narrative in their head of what this is or this isn't, because you're trying to gatekeep how you got there by saying it's actually like, that you're doing something good for them, when they're still going to go join the site.
Yeah.
They're still going to go become cam girls or make an OF and think it's going to pop off, and then it doesn't. Where instead, my hot take would be, tell them this shit's going to be hard. Do not quit your day job. Keep your day job while you start this. And unless you are making as much as your day job, or in our case, double, like, then and only then should you quit. But
don't put off that first semester of college. Just just because.
Mhm.
Like, go do what you want to do and build a business while you do it. And if you're making hundreds of thousands of dollars after your first year of college, then fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I get it, but like, but if you have like goals and aspirations about business, then like start a business, learn about business, learn about sales and marketing, learn about how to communicate with people. Like, that's going to take you so far, so much further than just a course.
Because sex work is work.
It is work. Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah, and you guys are living proof of that.
Yes.
Like, you know, and shit, I was gonna fucking say something. Damn, I can't remember now. Because like everything you guys do, like I said earlier, fucking works. Like, because you put the fucking time, you put the effort into it, and it works, right?
Yeah.
But it takes time. It takes effort.
Yes.
Yeah, we had to build up that Chaturbate profile to have the audience, to be able to learn how to do it.
And
then,
to eventually you also need to have an audience to be able to get on some of the higher end sites like Sex Panther. You can't just, they don't just accept everybody. You have to be able to prove
I didn't know that
you have a following either on the sex side or on the creator side. So the only reason we got our initial Sex Panther profile was because we built up Chaturbate. And so now if you go on Reddit and you look at, like, you know, my favorite is like the Cam Girl Problems Reddit thread. And
oh, me too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So girls all the time are like, okay, I'm just building it up, like just trying to get there so that I can apply again to try to get on Sex Panther. And Sex Panther has been one of our most lucrative, like just one of the best platforms for us. And we are so blessed to be on that site. And I don't think I even realized how great it was, the fact that we even get to be on that site, considering how many girls get rejected to be on there. But like, it's something where, again, that took time, though, the building, and it sucks to do the work and do the building and waiting to get it to go to the next thing. But, you know, then again, you have the girls that are the more passive stuff, like we were talking about, where you have there are the OF and the clip site people who go and use Reddit, like, you know, and they go and they push everybody to the thing, or they pop off on social media, and the rest was history. But that scenario is a much rarer case than, like, I think being able to build it in the way that we did by like creating the foundation with camming and then building like all these building blocks that created kind of our like Dom fortress.
A fortress, I like that. But to me, it seems like if you have to put, like, because I love numbers, so like number one to me, like what you guys are doing is community.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what it seems like to me. Like community is number one. Would you agree? Or
oh, for sure. And honestly, we've even been trying to figure out new ways to like bring that sense of community even deeper within both obviously the music, but then also the sex stuff. Because there's like, you know, they're obviously separate, but there is some overlap because some people kind of they just kind of go and find the different pieces of it. But whether that's, you know, figuring out group chats with like Telegram or doing some different things, or even just channels on Instagram, we're trying to figure out the best way to continue that vibe and, you know, still making sure we're safe, they're safe, but also like that we can create that community and that safe space that's respectful. I think the respect is such a big piece of that, because I'll say one thing: our fan base, like the Gooner side, they will come to protect us if another
yes,
out of line.
Yes.
So it's like, I'm like, okay, you know, I have to think about them.
Yeah, that's fucking, yeah, definitely, man. That was one of the best parts about like, you know, I was a YouTuber and shit, like the fucking community, like for whatever reason, because the shit I did was fucking cringy. But like the fans were fucking like hardcore. Anyone talk shit, the fans would fucking like, they pounce on them and fucking destroy him. It was fucking great to watch. It's like, holy shit. I am cringy. What are you doing? Like, it's okay. Like, let him go. But no, they pounce on that shit. It's fucking, you know, But yeah, to me, like your number one, there's so much. Like you guys are fucking expert. I already said this. You guys are experts in everything you do, it seems. But like community, like that's what I got out of all this. To me, is like community. Like you've built a community, and you've just gone from there.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be 1 million people. It can be a core group of people, and that core group of people that we built up was enough to get us out of our corporate jobs.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to have 1 million followers to do that. You just have to have a dedicated community.
Yes.
Guys, I've taken so much of your time, especially because I only record on Fridays and Saturdays, and like that's the hottest time for you cammers and everyone. Like that's Fridays and Saturdays, right?
Hey,
Like,
Fridays are dead day.
Actually, yeah, usually for it's Saturday. We have no concept of days. It's Saturday.
Yeah, well, hey.
We've already made our money today, though. So I'm like, it's fine.
wait a minute, wait. That throws me off. So Fridays are dead for you? You just said?
Dead. Like Fridays kind of are a waste of my life. Like I literally we're like,
if I was gonna take an off day,
it'll be a Friday. Yeah, our Fridays are not it.
Because everybody goes
shit.
out. They all get off work and they go out and they shoot their shot in the world and they come home defeated and spend their money on Saturday.
They'll be sad on Saturday, and then Sundays in the morning, early afternoon. That's when when the kids are going to soccer practice and dad is home alone.
Oh shit! That's some insider information right there. Sunday mornings.
I'm talking like that late morning into the early afternoon, which is usually a dead time for us during the regular week. But Sundays, or someone's going to, or the rest of the family goes to church, but dad hangs back. Yep.
You don't want that Jesus shit. Fuck all that.
I'm just saying that's that specific little window. Oh yeah.
Yes, Lord.
Yes, Lord.
That's so interesting. Fuck yeah, man, guys. Thank you so much for fucking doing this. You guys have been amazing. And your fucking music, I'm gonna put all your fucking links in the description. Everyone check them out. I love your fucking music. It is fucking tight. And again, I can't believe how fucking tight your videos are. Like those are fucking, like, again, I just want to touch on it again real quick. Like that's your background. Like, did you guys, I ain't fucking asked that. Did you guys like direct it or like?
So the concepts, yes, we did come up with the concepts. But in terms of directing and everything, shout out Jakey Let's Go in Chattanooga.
Yes.
He's a phenomenal director, videographer, editor. He does all of it. We really just have big ideas, and then he helps us bring it down to earth. And then a lot of it is on the fly. He'll say, oh, do this, or we'll say, oh, what if we did this? So we have a lot of fun doing that. And he's pretty much our dedicated music video guy, who is open to letting us be insane.
Yes, because there's a lot of people that like we talk to different people and with different aspects of this project when it was a concept. And people were like, "Ooh, like that's an amazing idea, but ooh, like I'm scared because of perception and like because we knew it was gonna be tied to the sex work. Like we knew from our side we had to be brave enough that it was going to be. There's no hiding what we do anymore. Yeah, this is what it is. We are like full out there for everyone to know, to see, to find, and he was brave enough to be like, you know what? I see, because our whole thing is we like it to be, you want to be scared, but also horny. That's our brand. It's like scary, horny.
Horny? What?
Scary, horny horror. Like everything ends kind of like in a horror thing. You don't know where it's going, but we also try to incorporate like all different fetishes. Like we try to be very inclusive. Again, we write from what we know.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's so fucking good. And by the way, I got to ask right now real quick, can I use, because I suck at editing, I suck at all this shit, but can I use a little snippet of your music as like an intro and shit? Because like,
yeah,
it's so fucking good. I love that you guys are like you're the, I don't know. Are there other bands that are like in the adult industry, like music wise, or? Or are
There's-
you guys the only one?
There's a
Pretty fucking
couple
awesome.
artists that I know of. One is a country singer. I can't think what her name is, but she's like a big porn girl. Like she's like
Oh.
she's like a Brazzers porn girl. And then the other one does, I guess I'm thinking the other girl is Pinky.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Pinky is a pro dom as
Yes.
well.
Mhm.
Pinkii,
Yes.
I think. And she does like very, very specific to the work as well.
Like all her
Um,
music, like she just had a song come out or is coming out called like Simp Tax. And so her whole brand is like a simp funded pop star. So she's also like her whole aesthetic is the complete opposite of us. Like she's like pink and bubblegum colored and like kawaii and like
Yeah.
totally different.
But she's also very good.
Yeah.
I definitely highly recommend checking out her as well. But there's not many.
No, it's not. It's not really a thing yet. So, and I think that's, it's cool. It's cool to be on the forefront of it.
And it's cool to be actually doing it because there's a lot of people that appropriate
Yes.
BDSM culture and a lot of people that appropriate adult entertainment and they don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
They just talk about it and they do an album about it
Or
and
they wear the
move on.
clothes.
But yeah, they wear the latex, they do the whips and chains, but they've never actually done it and they know nothing about it.
And they don't acknowledge it either,
Right.
which is so crazy.
So there's, at least I can verify, us and Pinky for sure are professional DOMs and do music.
Yeah.
Highly recommend. Go see them in concert. Send them your money, including us.
Fuck yeah. I recommend you guys. Fucking Key Party is fucking
Yes.
tight as fuck. I love that shit. Cause like before I do anything I do, like I listen to music to fucking hype me up. Usually fucking 90s rap, Tupac and Biggie and all that shit, Eminem. But like, yeah, I want to add your shit to my fucking playlist, like to fucking, cause that shit is fucking, like it gets you hyped and shit. It's fucking
Yes.
tight.
Please do. We have
I-
a shit ton of music that's dropping. I mean, we're going to have a whole album released probably by the end of the year. So there's only like 3 tracks out right now, but we will have at least 10 to 12 tracks out by the end of the year. So you can just rage to that.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Links are in the description. Everyone go check them out. And Asher, Arcadia, Key Party, thank you so much for doing this.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you. It's been great.
Absolutely, man. I had so much fun. Thank you so much.
For sure.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to follow us on our social media below. And if you like our content, become a YouTube member or join our Patreon to get special perks like members-only videos and live streams, insider info, our private Discord, and much more. See you fly honeys on the next video.